All because of Australia's slow vaccine rollout.
Labor's injecting raw politics into lengthy lockdowns.
A direct result of Scott Morrison's incompetent decision to not order enough vaccines.
Documents released under Freedom of Information revealing Health Minister Greg Hunt declined an invitation in June last year to speak to Pfizer's global executives.
Pfizer were literally throwing themselves at the government last year. I'll leave Minister Hunt to speak to that.
I mean, come on. You should have taken a meeting.
Our job, respectfully, say we engaged in May, engaged in June, July, all the way through.
The United States and Britain locked in supply deals with Pfizer in July last year, 4 months before Australia struck its first agreement with the company.
Emails explicitly say that millions of vaccines would be available in 2020, and we didn't get them.
Of course, there'll be critics in the middle of a crisis, and there'll be lots of hindsight heroes.
The Prime Minister insists Pfizer only offered 10 million doses to Australia in the first instance because pharmaceutical companies' focus was a COVID crisis in the Northern Hemisphere. That's why, he says, the government went for a locally made vaccine.
Our vaccination rates would be half what they were today were it not for our decision to put in place the sovereign manufacturing capability here in Australia for AstraZeneca.
10.5 million doses of the Melbourne-made vaccine now in Australian arms, along with 11.3 million Pfizer doses. Vaccine swaps with Singapore, Poland and Britain supercharging the national rollout.
Enough doses to cover the population for 2-dose vaccinations. We now expect to achieve that in mid-October.
The Prime Minister seems to be saying that Pfizer would never have prioritised Australia because of the mass death elsewhere in the world from COVID. Why then did he say last year that Australia was at the front of the queue when it came to vaccines? It clearly wasn't, evidenced by the recent scramble for international vaccine swaps. Andrew Probyn, ABC News, Canberra.